So I actually ended up having 5 or possibly 6 social workers in the space of probably 6 to 7 months. I was actually meant to help her get the baby registered. It was meant to be my second name on the birth certificate, and then she actually asked the social worker like if she could just go and register the baby without me, and then they just took her straight away and didn't even ask me about it. Like I understand obviously a mother has more right than a dad, which is not very fair. I don't think in the UK. That the social worker just helped her and went and done it, and then phoned me after and say, "Oh, just to let you know, they've took Beth to go and get the baby registered. It's not your name anymore." But it was just so hard, like just to go through. I think, especially when I had another child, I think because of what you've been through, like I think I was very like just I wouldn't say I had PTSD, but it was somewhere close to that line of like what I actually went through from that experience, and I didn't want that to happen again. I understand the can be it must be a very fine line between overstepping what's your in their personal life and what you can actually see and what you can actually do. I think this is something I struggle with because every time she would do something ridiculous, I'd probably phone a social worker and try and explain like this is what's happening, like or she's like ripped the door for hinges, like she tried to hit us, but like flooded because she flooded the bathroom on purpose, and then we nearly got kicked out of the house. So I told the social worker about it, and she said, "Oh, that's not really something that you should be telling me." So like, I think there should be very much explain what they're there for as well when you finally meet them because it can be very confusing. I think what they actually are there for. To be honest, I still fully don't understand where the line is, what you need to talk to them about and what you don't.
No, the social workers didn't really ask us anything. Just asked about my living conditions, and that was it. That's all I ever heard from them. They were basically weren't telling me anything. Like, because when we first broke up, I didn't see the little one. I think it was for about a month and a half, 2 months, and I wasn't getting told anything, like how she's progressing, whatever.
Perfect example. I was up the hospital not too long ago with my son because he fell onto the skirting board and split his head. They were asking if obviously social services and stuff like that were involved. I told her they're not, and they insisted on looking at us like he seems like a wrong one. Then they didn't obviously come speak to us like that. It's like when that was my partner, when she was on the phone and whatever, I was like, there's, yes, straight away, get them up, whatever, bloody blah. And whenever she's took them through for stuff like that, the have automatically just went, right, we'll get them seen straight away, whatever. But when I got there, it was 20 different questions, all staring at us like I'm some sort of wronging and like I caused this to happen.
But the bad side of the social services is more bad than it is positive. I had the social services when my daughter see I wasn't allowed at the hospital at the birth, and the head midwife came in and said I had to get out because social services said I wasn't allowed to be there. My name flagged up, but no one had contacted me, told me I wasn't allowed to be there, anything like that. So like for me, like the social worker for my daughter, they never met us, or anything like that. So they just ruled me out and just shoved me to one side. They blocked me contact, no contact all the way through the pregnancy or anything. They just to them it was just hey baby, get them away from the dad.
The first two, let's just say it wasn't exactly what I would call a good experience. The very first one actually told us I should leave my current partner, otherwise I won't be able to see my daughter. And we had to challenge that, because obviously she wouldn't. The first social worker would listen to like me ex-partner, and she would listen to whatever she had to say, and she wouldn't even look into the story or whatever, look into the background. She'd just jump to the conclusion, say, right, well, that's what needs to happen. So she actually tried to get us to leave my current partner because apparently my current partner was a danger when there was no danger at all. So obviously we had people from Young Dads challenge it. And when they challenged it, she hung up on them. She refused to actually speak to them. Obviously, ended up with another social worker. The second social worker, it is at first, she honestly seemed great. But obviously, with her being there for as long as what she was, I think she got emotionally attached to the case itself instead of trying to be professional about it. So it's like she was professional at first and it was all about what was best for my daughter, which that's what I wanted. That didn't care about obviously me or my ex. It's not about that. The Ben was the one stuck in the middle, and she was great for like the first 8 9 months. Not about it. Like she was making sure everything was set in place for the Ben, but then it seemed to be like she was getting more emotionally attached. They came up to the house, and their exact words to me was they don't feel comfortable separating the child from the mother. So obviously I had an argument back with that. It wasn't like I was shouting, but I argued that point, and I said, well, if that's the case, why do you feel comfortable separating the child from the father? And they just changed the subject and acted like I never said anything.